Hi everybody, welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Tech is Hard podcast.
Today we talk about the new DJI Ep2s drone release.
Also, Siri leaks the next Apple event.
Plus, my crazy experience with the unagi scooter.
And the tip of the week and much, much more. So let's get on with it. Okay guys, welcome back to the Tech is Hard podcast. Season 2, Episode 2. I'm joined by Danny Black, as always, from Brisbane, Australia. Living in Brisbane, Australia. Originally from America. I have to remember that. This is the Tech is Hard podcast, where we talk about all things tech, along with other stuff on our YouTube journey mainly. We have some creative therapy sessions as well, which is cool. And you can follow us on YouTube. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Down below, you can follow us on Instagram at Tech is Hard Podcast. We're doing reels every week where we show a little behind the scenes, so go over there, check that out. And we're on TikTok as well, but if you want to listen rather than watch, which we prefer you to watch because you can engage more with us, but if you want to listen, we're on all the podcast platforms as well, so you can listen on Google and you can listen on Apple Podcasts as well. So Danny, welcome, episode 2. You got to do it.
I'm doing my reels right now.
Do a reel.
It's my reel.
It gives everybody just sort of a behind the scenes of what actually goes into making this podcast. It's quite interesting, I think.
Yeah, and my setup is a bit crazy as well. So
look at that phone you're still using, dude. I can't believe you still got the old X.
iPhone,
what's this, 1999 or what?
Excuse me, sir. It's the iPhone 10. It's not the X. It's the iPhone 10.
I always called it the X. Yeah, I do apologise.
I know, me too. That was my bad too. I kept doing that too. But I mean, they're the ones that did it. They did it. So
talking of tech, old tech,
yeah.
New tech. Let's jump straight in quickly just to talk about the new
Yep.
drone that was released. We'll get into other stuff a bit, but I just want to talk about this quickly because do we need another drone from DJI?
Yes. Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Are we going to disagree on this?
Yeah, we're going to disagree because look, you're right. You're wrong and you're right.
Well, quickly for everybody that's watching, DJI have released a new drone. It's 5K. It's got Sony's 1-inch sensor. It's got it's got a good picture.
Right now.
What are the things that it's got that new master shot mode, which is the only thing that I'd buy it for. Where it's that clever thing where you're in a location, you can press one button, it just flies around you and takes a bunch of...
I would actually call that Mark Insby mode.
Mode. Classic drone shot mode.
Classic amazing shots that I never do of myself,
But it's got a bunch of the same features as a lot of their other drones in the same sort of... the price range as well. It's just I don't understand why they've released that particular drone. I know it needed to be updated, but why not bring out...
I think that 5.2K is that's great. Like that's awesome. So up the quality, not because people view the quality that way, but because you can crop in.
It's got that digital zoom
some
as well as
creative things. And that a different kind of digital zoom that's not cropped in, which is really nice. The cinematic shots that are already done for you. I mean, it's a better lens. It also it turns up. So like you can get a low shot and so the lens actually goes up and side to side as well. So you can kind of get that cool POV view. I'm not going to buy it necessarily. I promised myself that I wouldn't buy any new drones until I take my Mavic Air 1 out and fly it more. And I will. I will do that. I'm going to push myself to it.
I don't think I'm a bit anti-drone at the moment. I don't know why. It's I took it out last week. I was telling you, I think, when we had our conversation on Friday that I tried to get it out to do part of a video last time I recorded a video, and it just took so long to get it up, and then the shots didn't look that good anyway, and I don't know. It's
Now, I watched Matty Hapoya, and him and his brother, they went to like a lake house. They're like, we have a cottage. It's like not a house, like it's like a little shack on the lake. Yeah. But it's beautiful, and I was like, if I had that. That would be amazing. I would take the drone out. I would do all that stuff. Yeah. And I watched that video, and instead of buying the drone, I looked at properties near lakes around me because I was like, that's what I want with my life. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to have like your own sort of little jet ski and all that kind of thing on the
Yeah,
lake.
and also like on a lake where you don't have to worry about the drone laws or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I think that's the main thing for me is worrying about getting in trouble or just like the weird stigma people have for drones. Although I saw somebody flying a Phantom 4, it looked like a 4.
Really?
And I didn't think anything bad about it. I just, hey, that guy's flying a drone. Like,
That's cool.
hey, we can fly drones here. Cool. I want to fly a drone. Like,
I still think drones are cool. I don't see them. I don't know. I'm a bit torn with if they're a good tool to use in my particular situation. I don't think they are with the way my channel's gone. I just don't. I don't know. I'm not anti-drone. I just don't think
you're just too
I'm a little
lazy to set it up.
a little.
Come on. Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me, that's it.
Anyway, that's it. That's the DJI. You can go and check it out. I'll link in the description anyway. Some links if you want to go check out, read about it. Don't get me wrong. It's a good bit of kit, but I'm a little bit Xander's anti-drone.
Before we go any further, can I give a quick little shout out?
Yep.
So I was hanging out at a balls club. They call it balls or bulls. I can't remember. Like BOWL or BALLS. I don't know. I never get it right. It's balls or bulls because they pronounce it the same here in Australia.
Okay.
And Alyssa, she said I'm hanging out with my wife and Alyssa and Ryan, and she said, where are you going? And I go, I got to do a podcast. And she's like, oh, podcast. I love podcasts. And I'm like, well, check it out. She went over and she subscribed and she said, give me a shout out. And I said, here you go. So, Alyssa, thank you for subscribing to the Apple podcast. We're
to
also
the family.
on Spotify as
Alyssa,
well.
welcome. Thank you for the shout out and for the subscription. That's cool.
Yeah. And did you hear about Amazon Live, Xander?
Amazon Live?
Have you not heard about this?
No.
Sorry.
So, another shout out to Edie. Edie sent me a message saying,
Sorry, my Alexa's just going off. What's going on there?
wow, they're listening to us.
What?
You said the secret word there.
Oh my God, sorry.
Amazon Live is a thing where you like, especially for us, like because we have Amazon affiliates. You can actually do like a live stream reviewing a product, having all of your affiliates linked down below and all this stuff. Check it out. I just downloaded like you have to do it on a mobile app. So I just downloaded the app and I haven't played around with it too much, but I would love to. Let's look into that and we'll report back to it.
Yeah, we'll cover that on the next episode because I'm really interested in that kind of thing. I've got to be honest. I make the same amount of money on Amazon affiliates every month and other affiliates than I do off YouTube monetization. So
I'm sending you a link, Xander. Oh wow! Turn your notifications down.
Look, I will never be a professional.
A professional. You know what I love about like these kind of things, and a phone goes off, and you got to wonder how many people look at their phone because they hear a notification. You know what I mean? Like I think that'd be really. It's really funny. That it's like Pavlov's dogs. They salivate when they hear a bell ring. Oh, I heard a phone. I heard a ding. I got to check my phone.
Dude, perfect segue into the next little section I want to talk about. Talking about phones. Did you hear that Siri leaked the Apple event by mistake last week?
What? I want to hear this.
Apparently, there was some kind of thing on built into Siri to announce the fact that there was an event coming on the 20th of April. And somebody, I don't know how you'd think about doing this, but somebody asked Siri, when is the Apple event? And it came up. The Apple event is at Cupertino on the 20th, 6 p.m. And it was before it was actually officially announced by Apple.
Oh. Do you think what if that was the actual leak? Or like it was like meant to be like
I like the thought of having these little Easter eggs everywhere that you can sort of go and check out, and people are leaking stuff like that cleverly. It's a very clever idea, but yeah, Apple event is coming for sure, the 20th, which is
what else is going to be on that Apple
Tuesday.
event?
So we talked about it a little bit last week, didn't we? But iPads Pro is having a bit of an update. iPad Mini, they're refreshing apparently. But AirTags, I think, is going to be coming. But there's ifs and buts whether you're going to see new AirPods, and maybe they're going to release the new iMacs this April. So either April or June they're going to release new iMacs. Have you seen that iMacs? They're going to be in different colours as well, apparently.
I did not see that. No, that does not interest me whatsoever because
Okay.
the back of my iMac would face a wall. So if I worked in some kind of creative studio, maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but does that interest you?
No, I'm interested in having the. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm holding out for the second generation Mac Mini. I think because if if you've already got the peripherals, I've already got nice sort of monitors, keyboards, mice that I like using. So I think I'm going to wait for the.
That's a great idea.
Mac Mini.
I do remember thinking or seeing that the Macs, the M1s. Wait, by the way, what does it say on your mug there?
Number one, Dad.
You're drinking a coffee, and I'm drinking a coffee. But look, we have completely different perspectives on life.
Children are maggots. Oh, that's brilliant, dude. Can I tell you a little bit of a story? What happened yesterday?
Yeah, sure.
Jake plays football, and he.
Jake's your son.
Jake's my son, by the way. He plays football. He's 14, people, yeah. And the football seasons, everything's open back up in the UK now. Everybody can mix a little bit. So sort of sports are back on, elite sports. So Jake's playing again. And there was a massive, these are teenagers, 13, 14, and there was a massive fight after the game. This is what you've got to come. One of the kids punched one of our team's kids in the face. Can you believe it?
That's exciting. I miss those. Remember the fight days? It's like,
so there was a fight. All the parents, all the coaches, everything that was in the middle of the pitch, and it was like drama central. I just thought I'd share that with you. But anyway, that was my fun day on a Saturday.
Now, I feel like we're on a roll here, but talking about, like you said, COVID, like the restrictions are easing. I've seen a lot of YouTube collaborations lately, and I'm getting a bit, I don't know if I'm pissed off, but it's weird that some of these people are wearing masks when they the science behind it doesn't make sense. Like they're like, "Hey man, what's up?" shaking hands, but they're wearing masks that cover their faces. And Make Art Now and Potato Jet, they did one. They went to a studio. They're like in close proximity.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for them to wear a mask. And here in Australia, we have maybe had 5 days of wearing masks spread over this whole time. So I have to ask, because you've had to wear masks and stuff like that. What's going on with that? Is there are they trying to state make a statement, or
I think it's when it comes to the YouTube collaboration thing that it's basically covering their own arse. They they're actually having to cover themselves. If somebody makes a comment, well, they can say, "Well, I've got a mask on, so we're being COVID safe or whatever." It's just a statement.
But they're not. They're together,
my dad literally. I had a photo sent to me. My dad actually sent it to me of a picture of a mask box with the information on the bottom that said, "Does not stop transmissional diseases from passing from person to person." So on the actual box of the mask.
Yeah. Now the relevance of a mask, I'm not really putting that into discussion here, because I get that if you're talking on a large scale, hey, if you tell people to do it, some people aren't going to do it right. Some people will do it right, but that might help do something.
It's going to help
on YouTube videos. It just makes me.
Justine's another one. She's she's out riding a new bike last week, and she's out riding a bike with a mask on. I'm like, what are you doing?
I need to work on this double chin that I have.
Yeah,
maybe
me too.
Is that a thing?
That's why we grow beards, dude.
if you wear a mask, does that cover that double chin?
A little bit.
Now I don't have to worry about that. I'm just wondering. At one point, I'm over this. And I haven't had it bad, but as far as watching it on YouTube, where people are next to each other. They're not social distancing, which is, I don't even care about that. I'm not even that's not a thing that I'm worried about. But making a video of two of my favorite they collaborated, and it's why are you wearing a mask?
It's just ridiculous.
I want to know.
Yeah,
please let me know in the comments. Come over to YouTube if you're listening on the podcast, because I want to hear your thoughts. If you don't know where to go, Alyssa, if you're listening, youtube.com/Tech is Hard. Just search Tech is Hard. You'll find us. We have so many subscribers. 250,000. 250,000 minus 1,000.
Definitely. On that note, take a quick break.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
All right, so I want to tell you about a cool accessory company called Ulanzi, a small brand focusing on phonography. And they have a lot of amazing products on their website, ulanzi.com. That's ULANZI.com. unagi.com. If you have a look around on their site, you'll see that they specialize in cases, lights, mics, basically anything that can enhance your vlogging or video making experience. And they are a fan of our channel, so if you want to support us, make sure you click the link in the description and go buy some cool products from Ulanzi. I personally highly recommend them, and I use a lot of their products on a daily basis. Check out the link in the description. You won't regret it. All right.
Welcome back from that little Ulanzi. How do you say it, Danny? Ulanzi.
Actually, I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong, to be honest with you. I've seen a couple people do it now, and I'm like, they're saying Ulanzi, they're saying Ulanzi. I don't know.
Ulanzi, but either way, they're a cool company and some cool stuff there.
Yeah, you know, I actually did a video recently about a scooter called Unagi, and at the end of that video, I said a huge, huge, huge thank you to, and I said Ulanzi, and I only recorded it once, and then when I came back to edit it,
oh my god,
I realized I said Ulanzi instead of Unagi, and I ended up cutting that out.
Okay,
but I had I was gonna overdub it, but I also had a funny thing planned. Friends, the TV show Friends.
Yep.
Ross says something about unagi, and he's like holding it.
Yeah.
It's like unagi, and I was gonna have that, like he was correcting me, but I was like, you know what, this is my first one with them. I won't screw that up.
Tell me about
I'll
the
do more
scooter then,
videos.
dude,
I'll bring it
because
up.
I've just watched the video. It looks super clean.
That scooter video was it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, and I didn't bring this up in the video because it's more like it has nothing to do with the scooter, but for some reason the power supply that they sent with it stopped working.
Oh, really?
So I only actually had one charge to make this review.
Right.
So, I mean, I got to use it. I used it till the very bitter end of it.
Yeah.
And the battery life on this thing already is not that great.
Right.
And that's not what it's for. It's not necessarily meant to be something that takes you like so far and back. It's more like you live in the city, you want a beautiful scooter, like
Yeah.
this thing is
It did look very nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
And you just want to get it, you know, to go like close by.
Yeah, it's a last mile vehicle.
So anyways, yeah. So when you put it on dual motor mode and you do these hills, you're killing them. You're killing it more than it already is.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, so I didn't have that much. They're sending me another one. The customer support is good.
Cool.
I got to test it out myself, and yeah. So I did a lot of B-roll with this, and the main reason was because I had the 16 millimeter, you know, f1.4 lens on my thing, and so I was far back in my office here.
Yeah.
And just that little bit, like I talk with my hands, and the focus would come in and out.
Oh, okay.
And because I'm not looking at I'm looking at the lens when I talk.
Yeah.
And so I don't see it happening. And when I'm editing as well, because I don't render it out, I don't see it like completely in focus anyways. I kind of see it as a blur.
Right.
It's all blur.
Yeah.
Like not blur, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
a little bit defocused. I'm used to that. Mm-hmm. So I'd play it back and like I'd export it and play it back and be like, oh my God, the focus would go in it so much. So I put B-roll over it. Like that's what I do. That's how I. That's how I disguise it.
Very clever way. I do that with some of my little jump cuts that are sort of a bit of a jittery. I'll make sure I put a little bit of B-roll over that to cover that and just makes it look a little bit just seamless. Yeah. But great video, dude. I noticed that you went all out with like the little sound effects and stuff just to make sure it was actually totally polished and great video.
The goal of that video is not to sell scooters. It's to get other scooter companies that send me more scooters. I want those scooters.
So you get to
scooters.
keep the Ulanzi as well. Oh my God, I just said Ulanzi. The unagi. Ooh.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even notice.
Unagi.
Yes, unagi. I get to keep that, which is great. And
that's good.
I mean, really, by the way, the company, they're really nice people there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to try more. I mean, and I try to like a lot of reviews I watched, they're all like mad about the battery. Like the battery life's terrible because you're used to like, you know, one that has this 45 kilometer. Well, they say 45, but it's probably a little bit less. But my point is, you can't have a beautiful design like that and have amazing battery life. Like it's a give or take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people buy these things for different purposes as well. Not necessarily they don't want to travel 50 miles. They just want to go from the shops and up and down the street and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I mean, they probably never travel 50 kilometers from their house like normally. So
exactly.
there's people that rarely leave their neighborhood. But or I even like to say, like, and this podcast isn't sponsored by them. We're not like trying to sell.
No.
But
Well, if Unagi want to send me a scooter though, feel free.
True. No, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna send me another one, just like the Insta360.
They'll send me yours with the wrecked battery.
No, but like I was gonna say, another thing too is if you commute to work through a train and the train's pretty far away, you could scoot to the train.
Yeah.
You know, pop. It's super light, super easy to carry on. This is what I was impressed with. This is why I'm even talking about it now. Is the folding part. Out of all the other scooters I've ever used, it was the easiest to fold and pick up. I was very impressed by that.
Yeah.
So
great. I love these electric vehicles. We're going to mention Scott as well in this episode because we like to give him a weekly mention. We'll get to the comments in just a little bit because Scott.
Whoa, Xander's doing it this time.
Did you see?
Not me.
Did you see Scott's Scott Davis? Anyway, I'll link his channel below, guys, if you want to check him out. But he's doing a sort of a series on how to ride. His learning process of how to ride that unicycle.
Oh, the unicycle one.
And he did it 360, and he did like a short, and he got 3K views in about 3 hours or whatever. It's ridiculous, but those
pretty excited about that.
unicycle
that's to be excited. Yeah,
the unicycles look awesome. The way he's learning how you.
It does look cool. I'm actually interested, and when he comes out here, I'll definitely try that.
Kind of scary, but it just looks. It kind of looks natural the way you sort of move with it, and you're riding along. It sort of floats.
That looks more interesting to me than like the one wheel. To be honest,
I saw somebody. I went crazy the other day. I saw somebody. I was driving my truck around the UK, and this guy shot across the traffic lights on a one wheel. I was like, "What? That's the first one I've ever seen in real life." A one wheel? I was like, that's crazy.
Did you not say anything to him?
No, he'd gone. He's gone.
I'm kidding.
I would have done.
Can I get your autograph?
Hey.
By the way, we need to do a quick little shout out to the last stream, which was episode 1.
Yeah.
And some of the comments. And because our good friend that we drew the name for to win this light did not respond, which we assumed would happen, we're going to draw again on the next little segment here.
Okay.
Probably like 15 minutes from now. So stay tuned, and we will draw. If your name's in the hat, we will draw for this. This light's awesome.
Stay tuned. We've got a few comments from Twisted Nerd 23. He's keen on that light. He says, "Oh my god, that knife story is crazy. I'm glad you worked it out." We told Danny got sent a knife in the post, but we didn't.
Sent a knife. Walker says that we should keep drawing for the competition until somebody claims the prize.
Definitely.
Because I just said 3 weeks. So hey, you know what? He got to the end of the video, which is great.
Awesome.
So Scott Davies says in the comments as well that you must try that unicycle. It's a perfect learner wheel. So I'd like to see you doing that, Xander.
Yeah, I really like the look of that unicycle. The V8F is the one he's got. It looks awesome, really good. I think it'll be a lot of fun to make, especially with how Scott's doing it with the 360 camera. I'm going to grab one of those soon. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, they're cool.
I'm going to pull the trigger.
Frankly Everything says, welcome back and great video. I look forward to your upcoming streams.
Thanks very much, Frankly Everything.
We're not streaming, but Well, and hey, Cushy.
Yep.
Welcome back. Great show as always. You both have interesting perspectives and twists in your shows.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Creaky says, if that light doesn't get claimed, I'm going to claim salvage rights over it.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're going to draw. And same ship,
now?
different day. You want to read that one? No. Let's next segment.
Okay. Same ship, different day. Who is on the show, I believe, next week. So, everybody,
that's right.
Make sure you stay tuned
tune in for that.
Great to have you back, gents. I'm really looking forward to joining you a couple of weeks in the podcast. We are awesome. We can't wait to have you on the show, dude. Just YouTube comments wise, he's getting pretty full on for me. And after long technical questions, sometimes I find myself researching answers. So we were talking a little bit last week of how much you go into comments and if you respond to every comment and how much detail, because we get a lot of technical questions.
You get a lot of them, and I still write back to most of them.
I do try, but like I said, when it's stupid questions like
stupid questions,
like why can't I plug my HDMI straight into the computer and use my camera without a cam link?
Dude, let me just tell you this. Somebody wrote a comment. They're like, why I'm trying to do GoPro through HDMI and I can't get the stuff off the screen. And I didn't write back to it because I didn't see it. Yeah. So as I was looking back at comments, somebody commented on that and said, oh, you just got to go here and click there and that's how you do it. And then the person said, thanks. I'm like, hallelujah.
That's what the community's for. Everybody
else.
That's
what it's happening. Do it.
Other.
Yes.
Crikey.
Yes. Please. Yes. That was great. It made me happy. I was like, I wrote to them. I'm like, Thank you for answering that question. That's great.
So that's pretty much all the comments from last week. I called that episode "We're Back" because we're back for season 2. I didn't know what else to.
That's right. And you mentioned that you were going to do like what, 4 or 5 clips, and we did one.
I did.
We're working our way.
Yeah,
we're working our way there. So we'll have at least two clips this week from Xander.
Yeah,
Xander's the one in charge of the clips.
Yeah,
so
100%. I'll get it done along with the million other videos I've got to make this week.
We'll see. Hey, listen, nobody's hassling you, but no,
Just do it.
It's nice to have this podcast.
I'm not hassling you, but do it.
Yeah, and let me ask you something about your microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at this microphone right now as I'm recording. This is the SM7B. This is like the crown jewel of podcast microphones, and it's great.
It sounds good.
But what if I told you that I was actually using this one the whole time and you didn't even know it?
Are you?
No, I'm not. But that is my question. Is some of these microphones sound so good, and this is a very expensive microphone, and I'm wondering, do I need this? Like,
did you see my video in midweek about me using the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus wrong for 2 years?
Yeah.
It's
and you're trying to show people the correct settings to use it, and I
only got 13 views in one day.
Hey, you know what, that happens. And you know what, that's the unfortunate, like the unfortunate part about being a YouTuber and doing reviews is, first of all, you gotta bait people in.
Yep.
So a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus is not gonna bait people in.
No.
Like, I've been using it wrong. You're probably not gonna get viewers that way.
Yeah.
If I saw that, I'd be like, I don't need to click on that because my Rode microphone sounds great, or I don't even own that microphone, so why would I even do that? But if you were like, hey, why would you go Rode? I don't have any good answer to how to get views on a Rode microphone video, unless it was like the best connection to make any microphone work for, I don't know, something weird like that.
Just we're moving on to the next video, dude. We've got some good stuff. Talking about that quickly, have you had any new gear come this week that you got reviews to do? Any deliveries? Anything you've had?
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes and no.
Put Danny on the spot. Look.
You have. I have had gear, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
I've had loads while Danny's looking about. Loads.
Actually, now that I look back on the office here, because we talked last week about how that little mount, that little auto tracker wasn't great. Great.
Yeah.
And people actually wrote to me and they said, I loved watching your video and then watching the podcast, hearing you explain kind of the process.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of cool that people were able to get that perspective of it, that both perspectives. Sorry.
That's why I think this sort of little podcast that we're doing is really good, because I mean, if you're interested in any way in how things work behind the scenes and the sort of what goes into making these videos, then you're learning that from us, from this podcast. So that's kind of cool.
I actually feel like our podcast is great just for people that are bored and want to hear people talking in the background. Like I actually, a lot of times I want to have that in the side.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. Do you ever have that time when like there's nothing to watch? You're just like,
all the time.
There's nothing to watch. Yeah. It just drives you crazy.
I spend hours on my own in the truck, so I listen to podcasts, and the radio becomes boring. I can't watch anything because I'm driving. So podcasts are the way to go. Definitely.
Yeah. And if you have a podcast and you want to promote it, let us know.
Let us
and
know.
We will, actually, saying that, we need to do a creator call out.
Yeah.
We'll do that next week.
Okay.
So we're more prepared for it, because I just reminded you.
Yeah, no problems.
That'll be
sort
good.
That out. And,
and if you have a channel that you want for us to look at and give our thoughts, let us know on the YouTube side of it, or you can email us at
techishardpodcast@gmail.com.
Techishard Media.
Yeah, Techishard Media. It's in the description anyway. It's down there, so you can click on that.
There we go.
Let's take a quick break, dude, and then we'll come back and talk about some more.
Commercial break.
If you're somebody that's interested in wallets or everyday tech, then there is only one wallet for you, and it's the one I use on a daily basis. It's the Exeter Parliament wallet, and it's a smart wallet as well as being a very nice made leather folding wallet. The smart aspect of this wallet comes in the form of their smart tracker, which goes into the back of the wallet just like that. It's solar powered and it works with the Chipolo app, which is a tracking app, and it's a crowd-based GPS tracking system, so you're never ever gonna lose track of your wallet. There will be a link in the description down below. It's an affiliate link, so it helps this channel grow if you buy through that. So that's Exeter wallets. They do different card holders and phone cases as well, so go and check them out and give them a little bit of a follow on Instagram if you want to do that. Anyway, back to the podcast. Okay, we're back from the advert. That was Exeter. Love Exeter, not only because they give me 20% affiliate every time I get a sale.
That's really good.
Really good.
That's a good, wow.
I earned about $230 US dollars off Exeter last month. Crazy. So that's
not bad.
Off old videos as well. I've got actually doing a new one on that aluminium wallet recently. That's going to be coming out soon. So if you want to go and check out Exeter, link in the description. Helps this channel grow.
How do you feel about you told me that Tellison rejected you because you didn't have enough
it's
subscribers
newer.
Newer, yeah.
They said, yeah, no problem. We'll send you some stuff. Send us the Amazon links of the stuff that you want, and we'll get it out to you. And I was like, oh, cool. So,
and did you send too much?
I think I sent too much. I think I sent stuff that was too expensive or too much. I only sent 3 links, but they were like priced at around sort of 100,
what were they?
150.
What were the links?
There was an RGB light. Sorry.
Now I got to check my phone.
I've put it on silent.
Is that newer? Is that the tip of the week?
See, I double tap for the silent mode. Yeah. And one was a C stand. It was only like 100 UK pounds. It's like a big C stand I could put my microphone on or I've had rigged. But they emailed back saying, actually, we've checked your channel again and you don't have enough views on your videos and we're going to back out of it. I was like, oh, okay.
So check out Xander Round if you haven't subscribed to him, because he wants free stuff.
I want free
Who
stuff.
Doesn't?
Absolutely. But I've had a bunch of free stuff anyway. We've got lots of cool cases coming. Some really nice cases from a company I haven't heard of before called Sketch. And they're really nice iPhone cases. Really nice. So we've got that video coming soon as well.
You might have to change your channel name to Xander Case.
Can I run this by you? I've been actually thinking about changing my channel name. I think I'm growing out of the Xander thing.
Okay, I'm loving this, by the way, because I wanted to talk about this as well.
Yeah,
not that I want to change mine, but yeah.
Look,
go ahead.
I'm pushing 40, so I'm thinking Xander.
Oh, is Xander like a Danny? Is that like the kid name? Like I should be Dan or Daniel?
Well, it's like my nickname from school, and it was that. But nobody calls me Xander anymore, really, apart from my people who knew me. Like my dad calls me Xander, and people I know from in the past call me Xander, but nobody else calls me Xander. I'm Alex to everybody else, or Al.
Alex Round. I don't know. By the way, I've never known. I've heard some people say Xander before, but I've never heard the name Xander. And then I actually didn't realize until I think you called me on Skype or something and it said Alex, and I was like, Alex, is that your real name, Alex? And I was like, Alexander. Oh, I never got that.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, this is what I wanted to ask you as well. I don't think that it's either like, to me, it's either do you have a name or do you have a niche?
Yeah.
Like a niche name. Like what would get you more subscribers? And I asked this even because I was thinking about Alfie, and we'll bring this up next week because Alfie, his name's Alfie Smith.
Yep.
And he could have a channel called Alfie Smith or Second Officer Alfie. But we put it together. It was same ship, different day.
Yeah.
This is a term that I always wanted to I actually thought would be a great name for a channel of mine, but I didn't do ship stuff all the time. So I thought same ship, different day works. But then at the same time, would he get more, or is he getting more subscribers because it is same ship, different day?
Yeah.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like if
mine was here's a niche though,
product
isn't it?
Reviews or
Yeah.
See,
originally my channel at the very, very start I called it Round Reviews. That was what it was called, the channel. But I can't think of any other name. Like, I want to call my channel something else, I think, rather than my name. I want to go like a brand. Obviously it's tech, but there's so many tech channels out there. It's obviously a very saturated market.
You know what? It is, but it isn't. Like, it is, but if you can make something that people search for and they click on it and they watch your video and they subscribe, it doesn't matter if it's saturated or not.
Yeah.
As long as you can make that thumbnail and title
Yeah.
and get the interaction or whatever, you'll beat everybody else. That's why I'm doing it. I never wanted to do product reviews because of that. I thought it's already been done. But at the same time,
that's what works at the moment.
not everybody's seen it. Yeah, not everybody's seen this, so it's okay. And I can bring my own twist to it. But should you change your name though? As far as Xander, if you think it's too kiddish, I think it's great. Plus, you have that Z or Z behind you, and you know that's too expensive. You can't
I don't
replace
mind that. It's just I'm thinking maybe I'll go for something like ZR Tech or ZR Media, something like that, rather than the Xander Round. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Dude, it's actually kind of funny to think about because we have pretty good last names, Round and Black. Like you can do a lot of things. My name's a little bit more difficult in today's circumstances of political correctness, so I can't do too much. I used to have that phrase, once you go black, you never go back, you know? But I don't know if I can do that anymore.
I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let me know in the comments down below what you think.
Yeah, let them know. Let's dissect it.
Do it. I'm not sure, but something I'm playing with anyway.
Because if it was like Z technical reviews, maybe that newer would have seen that and been like, all right, we like what you're doing. We want to.
Yeah, I think maybe it's something that I'm more likely. I think. What am I trying to say? I think I'm trying to niche.
Is this creator therapy? Did we just get into creator therapy?
I know, we've just gone off on a tangent. This is what we do on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. But I think I want to niche down, and that's what I'm aiming for. Do I niche down and double down and change the name and sort of rebrand the channel, or do I just stick to it and carry on doing what I'm doing? That is
a good. I can't answer that. I have rebranded myself 3 times.
Yeah.
One was just Danny Black Vlogs.
Yeah.
Or the Danny Black Vlogs, and then where is Danny Black?
Yeah.
And then just Danny Black. And I think the fact that you have Xander Round as your YouTube thing, like, dude, I don't know, because I agree. Like, it's both. You can look at it both ways. Like, I don't know which one's gonna be better.
Yeah.
Because
I don't want it to affect the channel as well. Maybe if I change my name, it might affect the channel.
It might affect it in a better way, though.
Yeah.
It might give rebirth to it. So, like, you know. Or if I'm just trying to look at your name. I'm like, Round.
I was thinking just Alex. I could just go Alex, nothing else.
Dude, I'm sure that's taken. Like, that'd be so hard for you. Hey, find me on YouTube. Just type in Alex. No way.
Yeah, true. I don't know. It's something I'm playing with anyway.
We'll have to think about it. We'll think about that. That's something. By the way, speaking of free stuff, I think we need to draw the names.
Oh, should we? Let me get my box of names. Hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. Alex is going to get his box of names, and I will sit here and keep you guys company while he gets that. Somebody's going to win this.
Somebody's got to win it eventually, haven't they?
Can you do me a favor? And draw 3 names.
Yeah.
But these are not the winners. Just draw 3 names. They'll throw them back in there. I just want to show people that we have like the different names in there.
Okay.
So 3 names. But you don't win. These are not the winners.
Claire Totten. I've got no autofocus this week.
All right, Claire Totten.
We
believe you.
Unbreakable Academy, whoever that is.
Oh, Unbreakable Academy. They follow me.
Fold these back up.
They follow me on.
We've got Chandy Sow is in there.
Chandy, yes.
Chandy. One more just for.
Wait, okay.
And then, Hendrik Eber as well.
And Hendrik. Oh, okay. Yeah, Hendrik wants to win my microphone.
Yeah. So.
All right. So mix it up. Now that we know that those names are in there,
we're going in.
We're going in. win the R70. And by the way, to win it, we say your name. You have to email us. Email us down below, and then we will send it to you. If not, we will redraw next week.
It's a different name. It is Julio Mondragon. Mondragon.
How do you spell it?
Mondragon. Mondragon.
Dragon. Julio
Mondragon.
If you are listening to the podcast, email us at techishardmedia at gmail.com. And we will send it to you. If not, if we don't hear about it, we'll draw again. We'll keep drawing. I only say 3 weeks because at some point I want to just take this out and use this. These lights are fan-freaking-tastic.
They
I
are.
used these at a gig. My other one, I used it at 2 of them at a gig last night, a private party, and I just had them set up because they're you don't have to plug them in.
Are they really powerful as well?
Hooks. Yeah, they're great.
Because I was thinking, I was toying
yeah.
about getting the aperture version. It'd be interesting to have like a comparison video of the two. Should you spend the extra on the aperture, or should you buy the Ulanzi?
Too bad you don't live here, Xander, so that we could just make
split the cost.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So before we go on to the tip
of the day,
I wanted to tell you tip of the week. By the way,
tip of the week. Sorry.
How many times we've done this? Like so many times, and you said it wrong. Okay. The reason I was asking about the microphone.
Yeah.
And not this one, because you can get these microphones and they sound great. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, podcast wise, is it important to have the microphone in front of your face? Like, what if you didn't have it in front of your face, and we could, what if the I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna pretend to talk. But if
Yep.
Would that be more inviting as a video podcast? By the way, shout out to people that are listening. They don't see that, but I push the microphone away.
Yeah.
Because I'm just wondering, do you need all of that? Should I sell this off?
What?
I'm in a conflict here because I don't know if I need it that much. I'm just using it for the podcast at the moment. Maybe live stream music streams where I can also use a SM7B a regular microphone I sing into.
Don't get me wrong, these microphones sound great. I mean, mine's the Audio Technica, and it's sort of a quarter of the price of what you pay for that SMB.
True.
But it would be nice. I feel a little bit restricted sometimes to where I can move. I feel like my headphones as well are wired, so I feel like I need to go wireless headphones, and it'd be nice to have maybe the Rode Video, what's it called? The Go, linked wirelessly. While you could do that and link it to the MacBook and do it.
The wireless Go, yeah.
Yeah, I thought about doing that as well, but
dude, okay, imagine this, okay? Because Rode, we know that you listen to this podcast. Rode, can you please develop this? You got the wireless Go, but on the transmitter side, you can plug headphones into it and you can monitor yourself live, and it could send the signal from if you're hooked into it, it sends in so I could hear Xander talking as well. So that's actually possible.
That'd
be cool.
You've got the wireless Go, haven't you? Would that work?
I do.
Would it receive the signal from the computer and with?
Yeah, I could. If you didn't know this, on my live stream I did on my channel where I unboxed everything, I used the wireless Go with a lavalier.
Right.
So I was wireless. That way I had a microphone in front of my face. Plus, if I was doing unboxing stuff, I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And that worked fine. I was able to monitor myself in real time.
Yeah.
However, if somebody was to talk to me, I wouldn't be able to hear them because it wasn't. Actually, that would have worked. It would have worked.
You could have both, couldn't you?
But that's because I'm using an interface as well.
Right.
But if I was to just plug it in, to a laptop, then no, it wouldn't work that way.
Right.
But because it was an interface. Wait.
You'd skip the interface, wouldn't you? So you'd have the signal.
Sorry, this is getting really boring because we're trying to figure this out. But what I'm saying is, yes, it would work because my headphones were plugged into something separate. I'm saying if the headphones could plug in directly to the receiver that's on your wireless already.
Yeah.
It's on your belt loop or whatever. You plug your headphones into that. You could hear yourself in real time to monitor it. Plus it's sending the signal as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So you can't do that. You can't plug your earphones into the receiver and
you'd have to have two separate things to have wireless. That's I feel like that's way boring. Like,
Well, the
that's
new
a
wireless
weird-
Go does have 2 receivers, doesn't it? It's got 2. Has it got 1 receiver and 2 microphones? Or it can
It's got.
work.
Sorry,
as 2
when we say
receivers?
receiver, transmitter is what you have on you,
Yeah.
and there's 2 transmitters that go to 1 receiver.
Oh, okay.
The receiver goes into the camera.
Right.
Tech
Oh
is
man,
hard.
the tech is hard, isn't it? It's all these things, man. But
Ah.
it would be nice, like you say, to be a little bit less restricted, to be wireless, so you can move about and maybe be a bit more in the camera with your hands and stuff like that. But
Yeah, that's, and you know what? We'll investigate. Sorry, was it?
we'll think about
was
it.
it to our preseason? This is what we do. We go,
Yeah.
hey, what about this? This would be a great idea. I bought a $200 freaking
For no reason.
teleprompter so that I can look at Xander and not look at the computer. And I never set that up.
I don't use it because the Duet app doesn't work for some reason, so it's just sat over there. It's just
Yes, tech is hard. Actually,
it's there anyway.
dang it, we had it on schedule to talk about some of the gear like that we bought on a whim. So let's save that for next week.
We'll talk about that next week.
We'll talk about it. And then
Before
I'll
we
do my
go
tip
to
of
the tip of the week, can I
Oh,
just
yeah.
say that
Yeah,
my main channel hit yesterday 1 million views.
Hey, congratulations!
Thanks, dude.
Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
1 million club.
No, I thought I'd just share that. I'd got it written down to tell everybody. But anyway, tip of the week.
Tip of the week.
All right, so for the tip of the week, it's an iPhone tip. Just in
Okay.
case you didn't know
Yeah.
that. Did you know? So we like to have iPhone tips. Maybe someday we'll have something different. But if you use iMessage,
Yeah.
you know how that you can click like the emoji thing at the bottom,
Yeah.
and you can actually have an emoji of yourself that you've set up before, right?
Yeah.
You see, that's me right there. You can actually click, and you can hover over that, and you can actually send that to certain messages. So it's not like you're responding to a certain thing. It's like you're reacting to a.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you can click and you can drag it to a certain spot. But let me give you a little bit more. If you flip your phone sideways, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that you can do like this little thing? There's a little thing down there that says it looks like a little signature. You can actually say like I'm gonna write I'm gonna hi to Emma right now and send that.
Oh, wow.
And so she'll see it actually written out when you send it. There's a lot you can do with iMessage, by the way. And even with that, I'm gonna see what she replies to that.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot you could do there. If you flip your phone sideways, yeah, and then you check. Oh, I'm recording myself. There. There's little happy birthdays. There's things that are already written. I'm sorry's. Kind of looks like you've thought it out a little bit.
Oh, right. Oh, cool.
Are we
That's
on
awesome.
iMessage together? I want to send you an iMessage. I want to send you my heartbeat. Just kidding.
We did. Yeah, we did. But you said you didn't want me to have your phone number, so you just...
Yeah, you're right. I said, no, you're a stalker. Get out of my face.
Yeah,
now.
you deleted me, yeah.
There's so much to discover on iMessage. It's ridiculous.
There is a lot.
Like even like sending messages like soft or ones that actually delete after a certain amount of time. Did you know about that stuff?
No,
right?
no.
Oh, this is what Emma sent back to me. Just a hello meme.
Hi.
That's all I get. That's all I get. What? You didn't know about the soft messages? So I'm gonna write hi. Okay.
Right.
And see that blue arrow that you'd send it? You hold
Yeah.
down on that button.
Yeah.
And then you got all these different effects like slam, loud, gentle, and visible ink.
Yeah.
And you can add screen effects, so it's like does like that when you send it.
Oh, wow.
Did you not know about that?
I knew. These are new though. There's like the Spotlight version is new. There's a
No, that's been around for like 2 years.
No way. That one hasn't been around. That's
Yeah.
like-
Well, maybe not that one exactly.
no,
but
that's a new one. That is 100%. The
There
balloons
you
have been
go.
around.
You can play around with that. So I just sent that one to Em. I think I did
For
Invisible Ink. She
any-
writes, dinner is almost ready. What a good
For-
wife I have.
For any new creators out there, doing videos like that would be a great place to start. There's so many videos you can make on these kind of things. So,
And that's the thing is, if you think it's been done to death, it probably has. Maybe it has. Maybe it hasn't. But there's a lot of people that have not seen that. Maybe a video has gone viral, but like the video that went viral where I told you how to use the space, like hold down the space bar to be able to move your cursor anywhere. Like, you didn't know that. A lot of people, when I shared that video, they didn't know that either, and I thought everybody knew it. So
I'm gonna do a series of shorts on YouTube about.
Did I just inspire you
to iMessage? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So
all right,
that was Danny's tip of the week, anyway.
Tip of the week.
Well, another interesting episode, dude. That was. I mean, we've talked about a lot. We always go off on tangents, so we haven't covered everything we want to cover. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. We'll cover everything that we want to talk about.
Alfie's going to be on next week too. Then.
Yeah,
live from the ship. He's going to be on a cruise ship in Singapore.
That's awesome.
Live for us, but not live for everybody else.
Same ship, different day. So make sure that you tune in for that one. It's going to be a really cool episode. And as always, dude, I've enjoyed this. It's been good fun, and
so much fun.
We're going to carry on doing this for a long time. So make sure you stay around, guys. Comment as well.
As long as the internet's on, we will be doing this podcast.
100%. Yeah, definitely. So, and that's it for this episode, I think, though, dude. We'll catch you next week then.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.